Hi guys, I'm Melissa.
Welcome back.
And we have Gary Chan from the bank. And so our episode 3, we're going to talk about self-employed, like myself, I'm a realtor, I'm self-employed, or business owners. So Mortgage 101 for pre-approval for self-employed and business owners.
Self-employed, it's a very, very big topic because there's different types of self-employed as we mentioned in the last episode. So self-employed can be commission income, can be you actually own a company yourself, or you actually own multiple companies, but you actually don't have all the shares, that you don't 100% own the company. So it can be very, very complicated. Everyone's situation is a little bit different. Let's start from self-employed commission income. Melissa, I heard you're a realtor.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
And you're earning commission income as well too.
That's right.
Yes. So what do you need to prepare in typically for when you're actually applying for a mortgage in the bank?
So typically, when I apply for my mortgage or restructure my mortgage, I went to you and you asked me for a whole list of items like your pay stubs, your financial statements. I don't even know what they are because I don't do my own accounting. I got my accountant to do it. You were asking for balance sheet or income statement.
How long is the list?
It's very, very long. It took me like almost a month and I still not complete. And then after I give you everything that you asked for and then you ask for more, it almost drove me nuts. And then my accountant said, my accountant emailed you everything. He said, it's not there. I'm like, what do you mean it's not there? And then it has to be CPA certified.
Yes, yes.
Right? So you cannot just get any accountant. It has to be
certified accountant.
Certified accountant. It's very complicated, but finally, even though after all the statements and we dig more information, finally I got approval.
Yes.
That was a big journey, a big accomplishment.
Yay, we got that. Okay,
Yeah.
So getting a mortgage as a self-employed, so personally, let's say if you're actually in commission income, sometimes the commission income actually goes into your company account, right? So, and then you actually pay yourself either dividend, you actually pay yourself T4 income for yourself as well too. So we can actually, the bank is very flexible. They actually look into different structure to help you qualify for the mortgage. But when they're actually looking, we actually see different money actually goes into your own personal, and then sometimes it goes to your company.
Right.
And then they actually requires a lot more documentation.
I think next time they would test my blood and check my DNA. Basically, like my entire history, everything they want to know.
Yes. So what happens, because when they're actually looking in commission income, because income can fluctuate. Sometimes you actually make more money in the summertime. We have a lot of contractors that actually make a lot more money in summertime because they don't have to deal with the snow, I guess.
Right.
Right. And then some of them are winter season. Let's say snowboarding, whistler instructors. Those are very seasonal instructors. Well, you can't really teach skiing in the summertime, right? So they actually make a lot more income during those times. So the 6 months of bank statement of their personal income and also the business statement can be very, very critical because of the time that you're actually getting your mortgage.
Right.
So let's say if you're a whistler, skiing instructor.
Yes, seasonal jobs, right?
Seasonal jobs,
Yeah.
and you're trying to purchase a property in winter time, and you're trying to show me the last 3 months of your income. Well, that's not a lot, right? So in that sense, you really need we'll go back to the income planning again from the employment, so that we want to time it, and then we actually see that you actually make good money as long as you show, because we believe that you actually make money, otherwise you won't be able to pay your mortgage. However, the bank will actually require to actually look back into at least 2 years of your income. So, and then they look into your personal income, how much dividend you're actually taking out from your own company. That will be a very, very solid proof. Plus the income that you're making for the last 6 months, then you'll have all the proof for that. You were making good money for the last 2 years, plus for the last 6 months, I have solid proof that I'm continue to making money as well too. So the bank like to see the consistency of you actually making those income.
Very good. So that applies to a lot of seasonal, if your business is seasonal, say for example, if you operate a farm.
Yes.
Right? So you get all your payments in the summer, or winter you're not active. So that is very important to plan your income for the self-employed and business owners.
Yes.
Yeah, so what are some of the things we can do as a business owner to help us to, for example, I finished buying my principal residence, I want to now qualify for investment. Suppose I have multiple, once I buy one, want to buy another one. Is it very difficult for a business owner to buy multiple properties?
It's actually not that difficult,
Okay.
but the most mistake that most business owner made is actually they didn't file the financials.
Oh.
Right, because it takes a lot of time and energy, I guess, like for them to actually get all the receipts, invoice going in, going out as well too, so that like when you have to get your whole financial picture ready, give it to the accountant, and also takes the accountant time to actually compile everything and generate the financial statement and balance sheet for you as well too. So that can be very, very time consuming. So I do have clients that actually they haven't actually filed their like financial statement for a year, right? And then because of like, oh, they're actually missing some receipts, and then like they won't be able to complete it yet, I think they're like suffering some sort of like penalty that they need to pay because they haven't filed the tax, they filed the tax late. However, but that affects you when you actually do like trying to apply for a mortgage, because we need those documents ready. We cannot say that like, oh, your previous 2 years is good, but your up-to-date financial statement is not ready, and then we can just ignore that. We cannot. We have to get everything up to date.
And then earlier you told me there's a certain period of the year that is the best time to apply for the mortgage. I think it was like
Oh yes, there's actually the best time to actually apply for the mortgage will be, I will say, for the after you file all your taxes. So that will be for self-employed, it will be after June.
Okay.
Right, so you get majority of your taxes ready, right? So you're not like in the middle of like, oh, it really depends on your year to date as well too. So every company can be a little bit different. So every self-employed kinds can be different.
So that's why it's very important to talk to a bank, mortgage specialist, right? To plan, experienced one, very, very important. So number one is, you know, income planning, right? That's through your employment. And then the down payment, you need to know how much you have and kind of plan the mortgage that fits you. And then self-employed business
file
owners.
your taxes.
Yes. So I think it's a good habit to quarterly send all your statements to your CPA.
Yes.
They do the bookkeeping for you.
So they don't have to do the whole year. It's like just like 5 hours, right?
Exactly. So now it's a September. It's a good to, if you haven't done it for this year, download all your statements, send it to your accountant. They start doing all the bookkeeping, and they can tell you like, this is your current financial situation and what you need to do to finish the year, or what you can do for tax planning.
Yes, one very important one from the bank as well, you can actually do e-documents and e-statements, right? A lot of business owners and they're really busy and they're still receiving like paper statement. You can actually change all the statements into e-statements, and they will be in your online banking as well.
Yes, and also another thing is for your Revenue Canada website, you can actually log in to look at your previous notice of assessments, right?
Yes.
And your accountant can also have access to that as well.
Yes.
So very important to look at check into your Revenue Canada account, and also send all your documents. Like for example, I myself, my Visa card, my MasterCard, and then my statements from the company. Most of them, that's pretty much it for a realtor. Yeah, most of them are expenses and income. And then if you have that, just send it. Send it to your accountant, and then let them, you know, do all the sorting, and then they can give you advice before the year ends.
Yes.
Right.
Correct. That's the end of the number 3 self-employed episode.
Thank you so much. If you enjoy our episode, please subscribe, share, like, and comment. Ask us questions. We love to hear from you, and we read every comment.